babies you have?
Yeah, they ain't babies no
Well, they're
more.
not babies. Well, they're always babies, but sometimes babies are
Yes.
6 feet tall. But whether you're a chef at home, you know, you just love the home cook, this is a really unique idea that changes the way that you think about baking with mats, with, you know, the cookie sheets, because we all have them. But this is such a better idea than what you're used to. And what these are, what you're bringing home today is a set of 3 assorted silicone pyramid baking mats. You heard that correctly. I know it seems like a strange name. You're thinking, I'm cooking on pyramids. What? We'll get to that in just a second. You're getting a large one. This is going to be 11 by 16, and then you're getting 2 medium-sized ones that are going to be 8 by 11. The good news is, since they're made out of silicone, you can feel free to cut them into any shape and size that you need. $24 for the free for the entire collection, and free shipping and handling.
That's our double E.
But there is no reorder, and we don't have a lot of these to go around. So if you like this, pick it up today, especially for that home cook in your family, because these may not be here next time around. But tell us about how this idea came to fruition.
I want everybody to think about healthier frying and crisping in the oven, because there's certain things that just have to go in the oven to get crisped up. When you do your French fries, your fried chicken, your fish sticks, so many times we go into the oven, but when they sit on the pan, they kind of get all soggy and they stick to the pan, and that's exactly how this whole idea got started. It got started by a dad who was frustrated, who had a son who loved eating crispy fried things in the oven, but every time he put them on a traditional baking sheet, they would stick. Just like this and get all soggy. So he thought, what if there's a way where you could lift the food up so all the fat would drip down and the air would circulate around it so it would get nice and crispy. And that's how the pyramid pan was born. So if you take a look at this, if I show it to you, there's 556 points of silicone on here. So the food is going to sit up on top of it, get nice and crispy all the way around, and then all the fat is going to drip away from it.
It's almost like 360-degree baking, if you will, because if you're going to put something, again, like that fish stick or a piece of fried chicken, you know, sometimes things can get charred on the bottom or cook a little heavy on the top, but this allows for that even airflow. So I even love this idea for somebody that's just starting out in the kitchen, because it sets them up for the best results. They don't realize, you know, there used to be a struggle, you know, trying to get that extra crispiness or just trying not to get our food to sit in, you know, fat and oils.
Yeah, and I love when it's crispy coming out of the oven, and the holiday seasons are approaching. We are going to be doing so many appetizers and things.
Yes.
This is the beauty of silicone. We used a European grade silicone here. Allows things to pull right off. Instead of having that chicken or that fish stuck, look, it sits up on the pyramids, and you don't even have to turn it over. So once again, fried chicken in the oven. Do you love fried chicken?
Oh God,
You're
there's nothing better than fried food.
You know, it sticks like this to that pan.
Well, and you wouldn't serve that for your guests at Thanksgiving, that Christmas holiday
not at
party,
all.
because you'd be embarrassed by it. It would you'd look so chopped up by it.
So how about being able to sit it on top of the pans, on top of the pyramid, letting all the fat drip away? The secret to this is, and you read the instructions that come with it, because we give you a great instruction sheet that also includes a lot of recipes, including our homemade potato chip crusted onion rings, which are amazing. But you're going to want to turn the oven up a little bit, about 50 degrees. You want to get the oven just a little bit hotter when you use it. And that's
what the recipe calls for?
Yes.
Okay,
read the instructions. But more than anything else, what I love this for is, how many of us have baking pans that are icky? They've just got nicky.
Or they pop in the oven and you're like, what was that noise?
How about being able to just breathe new life into your baking pans? You think about them, some of them start getting black and they get really oily and greasy. Being able to put this over the top breathes new life into your baking pans.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you go to put this in the oven, because it is oven safe up to 500 degrees, do you feel like, because I mean, you all have a catering business, I mean, you cook with these all the time. Do you feel like you have to turn your food less? Because that's something I feel like I'm always forgetting.
I do. You do have to, you turn your food less because all the air is circulating underneath the pyramids. So you don't have to go into the oven and keep turning in here. But here's the beauty of silicone. Look at the release on this.
I still think that would be a cute appetizer.
I do too.
I mean, maybe I love cheese.
Cheese waffles. Look at that. You could do a waffle sandwich and make your homemade cheese waffles.
Oh my gosh. Maria, I think you got an idea there. But if you're just tuning in, this is a really great idea, because it's a new way to think about baking food in your oven to crisp it up, all of those fried goodies that sometimes started off from frozen, or that you were baking in the oven that was getting stuck to the pan. This, with the pyramid design, design allows airflow underneath. So again, your food is not sitting in the oils and fats that maybe you're used to, or it's not sticking to the pan because this is silicone. So if nothing else, you can still have those really yummy fried foods, but then you're not having it sit in all the oil, which is where all the fat is.
That's true. And if you want to step away from the fried foods, but look, we're doing perfect appetizer foods for the holidays.
Good.
Boy, you have guests coming over and they're showing up and you're giving them a glass of wine and you want hot appetizers to come out of the oven and you pull them out and they're all soggy. How about being able to get them nice and crispy and take them out and have them hot, ready to go?
And you know what's really nice is we've got a piece of fish on there. That I think is so important because when you go to remove the fish a lot of times from the baking sheet, that's where it breaks up and then you've lost your presentation value.
Well, more than just frying food on here, we have the salmon and it cooks so nice and so moist and juicy on here, which we love. But I want to tell you before we lose our time here about how many different things you can do with this. Because this is red, it's perfect for the holiday table. Up here in front, we've got Temptations, we've got cheesecake, things coming out of the oven. It makes a great trivet for that.
Have used those as trivets with the 8x11s because you're getting 2 of those and then one of the large 11x16. But I could easily cut up the 11x16 to make 4 trivets if I needed.
You could, and I love the big one. I'm baking a lot of things in sheet trays tonight right now for our catering business, so I use the big one as a trivet on there. But doing for things like putting it under your cutting board. Instead of getting that wet towel and then put it under your cutting board to steady it. The smaller sizes on here translate beautifully into your toaster oven on here. Instead of cooking that bacon in all of the grease, set your bacon up on top of the pyramid pans. The grease is pulled away from it and goes underneath, so your bacon ends up being nice and crispy. You can use this when you're drying all your holiday glasses. It's perfect to sit on the countertop, all the water channels down in here. You can use it as a jar opener. You can even use it for your hot pots.
Which is wonderful.
As a hot
So
pan
this is really a
holder down here in the end.
multi-use item. A lot of you are stocking up, buying more than one, saving 50% on your shipping and handling. It's a great idea when it comes to baking in the oven because it's a unique idea that's going to get you great results. So think about picking it up for that, new cook that maybe just bought that new place. Or if you're a seasoned cook like our good friend Marie, this is something that just makes the deal even sweeter. You're getting 3 pieces, an 11x16 and then 2 8x11s, free shipping and handling. But please remember, not a lot of these to go around and our only order. We can't get it back. So that's all she wrote on that one. Hey, have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. All right, we're kicking off the next idea as an easy gift. And what this is here at QVC is we do all the work for you. We give you gifts that are boxed ready to go and are even pretty on the outside.